Hello, and welcome back to Whispering Wisdom. It's so good to be connecting with you again. I truly believe that you've been guided here today, and I'm thrilled to be sharing with you. Have you ever felt like there's more to you, more within you, than you're currently expressing? A deeper strength, a brighter purpose, a greater capacity for love and impact? Perhaps you've sensed it, that quiet whisper in your heart, that nagging feeling that you're capable of so much more. If you're over 35, navigating the complexities of life, career, family, and faith, and you're searching for that something more, then you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful concept, activating your most dangerous power. Now, I know that phrase might sound a little intense. Dangerous power? What does that even mean? Well, in this video, we're not talking about anything harmful or destructive. We're talking about the God-given potential within you to overcome obstacles, to shine your light, and to create a positive ripple effect in the world around you. It's the power to live a life of purpose, impact, and joy. Now, you might be thinking, okay, whispering wisdom, this sounds great, but what's with the God's chosen ones thing? Is this some exclusive club? And I want to be very clear, this isn't about elitism. The concept of being chosen simply means recognizing that God has a unique plan and purpose for each and every one of us. He has equipped us with specific gifts, talents, and experiences to fulfill that purpose. You are uniquely designed to make a difference in the world. This video isn't about abstract theology or complex doctrines. It's about practical tools and actionable steps you can take, starting today, to tap into that inner power. We're going to explore biblical principles, real-life examples, and proven strategies to help you unlock your full potential, improve your quality of life, and deepen your spiritual connection. 2. The unseen struggle, recognizing powerlessness. Now, let's get real for a moment. We've talked about this dangerous power that lies within you, but before we can activate it, we need to acknowledge something crucial: the unseen struggle. The reality is many of us, even those who deeply believe in God, often feel powerless. We feel stuck, overwhelmed, and unable to break free from the patterns that hold us back. Think about your career. Are you truly fulfilled in your work? Or do you feel trapped in a job that drains your energy and doesn't align with your values? Maybe you're facing constant pressure to perform, battling workplace politics, or struggling to advance. And what about your finances? Do you experience a sense of abundance and security? Or are you constantly worried about bills, debt, and the rising cost of living? These are real struggles that impact our sense of well-being and can leave us feeling depleted and powerless. And it's not just about career and finances. What about your relationships? Are you surrounded by supportive, loving people who uplift you? Or are you dealing with conflict, strained family dynamics, or feelings of loneliness? Relationships are vital to our happiness, and when they're unhealthy, they can significantly impact our sense of power. And of course, there's our health. As we get older, we often face new physical and emotional challenges. Illness, chronic pain, and the fear of aging can all contribute to feelings of vulnerability and powerlessness. But perhaps the most profound sense of powerlessness comes from a feeling of spiritual disconnect. Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions of your faith, attending church, saying prayers, but not truly experiencing a deep connection with God? Maybe you're questioning your purpose, wondering if your life truly matters, or feeling lost in a sea of uncertainty. This spiritual void can be incredibly draining and leave you feeling utterly powerless. So, I want you to take a moment and really reflect. What is your unseen struggle? What are the challenges that are currently making you feel powerless? Is it your career, your finances, your relationships, your health, your spiritual life, or a combination of all of these? Identifying the specific areas where you feel most powerless is the first step towards reclaiming your inner strength. Now, often, these feelings of powerlessness are fueled by something even deeper: limiting beliefs. These are the negative thoughts and assumptions we hold about ourselves and the world around us, the voices in our heads that tell us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. Maybe you believe you're too old to pursue your dreams, Maybe you think you're not smart enough to succeed in your career. Maybe you believe you're not worthy of love and happiness. These limiting beliefs are like invisible chains that bind us and prevent us from stepping into our full potential. But the good news is these beliefs are not the truth. They are simply stories we've been telling ourselves, and we have the power to rewrite those stories. 3. Defining dangerous power. It's not what you think. So, we've acknowledged the challenges, we've identified the limiting beliefs, and now it's time to redefine what we mean by dangerous power. Because, let's be honest, the world often presents a very distorted view of power. It equates power with wealth, status, control, and dominance. But that's not the kind of power we're talking about here on Whispering Wisdom. The world tells us that power comes from having influence over others, from accumulating possessions, and from climbing the ladder of success. But spiritual power operates on a completely different plane. It's not about controlling others. It's about controlling yourself. It's not about accumulating wealth. It's about cultivating inner peace. It's not about dominating the world. It's about serving the world with love and compassion. Worldly power is fleeting and often leads to corruption. Spiritual power is enduring and always leads to growth. So, what is this dangerous power we're talking about? First and foremost, it's about inner strength. It's the ability to remain calm and centered in the face of adversity. It's the resilience to bounce back from setbacks. It's the self-control to resist temptation. It's the courage to stand up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. This inner strength comes from a deep connection with God and an unwavering belief in His power to guide and sustain us. Secondly, this dangerous power is about unconditional love. It's the ability to love others, even when they're difficult to love. It's the empathy to understand their struggles. It's the forgiveness to let go of past hurts. Love is the most powerful force in the universe, and when we tap into that power, we can transform ourselves and the world around us. Forgiveness is a superpower that unleashes you. And finally, this dangerous power is about unshakable faith. It's the unwavering belief that God is always with us, even in the darkest of times. It's the hope that things will get better, even when they seem impossible. It's the trust that God has a plan for our lives, even when we don't understand it. Faith is the fuel that ignites our inner strength and empowers us to overcome any obstacle. So, to recap, this dangerous power isn't about worldly domination or control. It's about inner strength, unconditional love, and unwavering faith. It's about tapping into the God-given potential within you to live a life of purpose, impact, and joy. And to truly understand this power, let's turn to the Bible, where we find countless examples of ordinary people who activated their inner strength, love, and faith to achieve extraordinary things. For the biblical blueprint, examples of activated power. Now, to truly grasp the concept of activated power, let's turn to the ultimate source of wisdom and inspiration, the Bible. It's filled with stories of ordinary people, just like us, who faced incredible challenges and, through their faith and reliance on God, achieved extraordinary things. These aren't just historical figures. They're role models who can guide us on our own journeys. Think about Moses. He was a shepherd, a man with a stutter, filled with self-doubt, and initially terrified of confronting Pharaoh. He felt utterly inadequate for the task God was calling him to. But through his encounter with God at the burning bush, Moses discovered an inner strength he never knew he possessed. He went from a fearful shepherd to a fearless leader who led an entire nation out of slavery. Moses activated his dangerous power by trusting in God's guidance and overcoming his own limiting beliefs. Moses reminds us that our past does not define our future. We can change any time and turn any situation around, even when it seems too late. Consider Esther, a young Jewish woman living in a foreign land, suddenly thrust into the role of queen. When she learned of Haman's plot to annihilate her people, she faced an impossible choice: remain silent and save herself, or risk her life to protect her community. Esther activated her dangerous power by choosing courage over fear, by placing the needs of others above her own, and by trusting that God would protect her. She embodies the idea that love and selflessness can overcome even the most formidable of foes. She demonstrated the power of unconditional love. And then there's David, a young shepherd boy facing a giant warrior, armed with nothing but a slingshot and unwavering faith. Everyone around him, including King Saul, believed that Goliath was invincible. But David activated his dangerous power by refusing to be intimidated by the odds, by trusting in God's strength, and by believing that anything is possible with him. David's story teaches us that faith, even in the face of overwhelming odds, can conquer any giant. Let's not forget Ruth, a Moabite woman who, after the death of her husband, chose to remain with her mother-in-law Naomi, saying, "Your people will be my people and your God my God." Ruth demonstrated incredible loyalty and faith, leaving her homeland and embracing a new culture. Her dedication and hard work eventually led her to a new life and a place in the lineage of Jesus. Ruth's story teaches us the power of loyalty, love, and obedience to God's will, even when it requires sacrifice. Her example inspires us to show love and compassion in unexpected ways. These are just a few examples of the countless individuals in the Bible who activated their dangerous power through faith, love, and obedience. Their stories remind us that we, too, have the potential to overcome challenges, make a difference in the world, and live lives of purpose and meaning. So, how do we unlock that potential? Let's explore 3 practical keys that will help you activate your own dangerous power. 5. Renewing your mind, breaking free from limiting beliefs. All right, we've laid the foundation, we've explored inspiring examples, and now it's time to get practical. Our first key to activating your dangerous power is renewing your mind. This might sound simple, but it's absolutely crucial, because the truth is, your thoughts shape your reality. What you believe about yourself and the world around you directly impacts your actions, your emotions, and your overall well-being. As we discussed earlier, limiting beliefs are those negative thoughts and assumptions that hold us back from reaching our full potential. They're like viruses in our minds, constantly sabotaging our efforts and whispering doubts in our ears. These beliefs can stem from past experiences, negative feedback from others, or simply the influence of a negative culture. The problem is, we often accept these beliefs as truth, without even questioning them. So, how do we break free from these limiting beliefs? The first step is to identify them, and one of the most effective ways to do this is through journaling. Take some time each day to write down your thoughts and feelings. Pay attention to the negative self-talk that pops up in your mind. Ask yourself, what are the recurring themes? What are the assumptions I'm making about myself and the world? What am I afraid of? Some helpful prompts to get you started are, I'm afraid of, I'm not good enough because, I can't achieve my goals because. Be honest with yourself and don't judge your thoughts. Just write them down. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief actually true? What evidence do I have to support it? What evidence contradicts it? Often, you'll find that your limiting beliefs are based on faulty assumptions, outdated information, or simply negative interpretations of past events. Remember to be objective, examine the situation from all angles, and seek guidance from faith if you need it. After you've challenged your limiting beliefs, it's time to replace them with positive affirmations. These are positive statements that affirm your worth, your abilities, and your potential. For example, if you believe, I'm not good enough, you could replace that belief with the affirmation, I am worthy of love and success. Repeat these affirmations to yourself each day, especially when you're feeling down or discouraged. Write them down, say them out loud, and visualize them coming true. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they'll sink into your subconscious mind and transform your beliefs. Renewing your mind is an ongoing process, but it's an essential step towards activating your dangerous power. By identifying, challenging, and replacing your limiting beliefs, you can break free from the chains that have been holding you back and step into a new reality of possibility and empowerment. So, commit to taking these steps each day, and watch as your thoughts, your emotions, and your life begin to transform. Now, let's move on to our second key. 6. Cultivating unwavering faith, stepping out in confidence. We've renewed our minds, and now it's time to nurture the second key to unlocking our dangerous power: cultivating unwavering faith. Faith is the bedrock of the Christian life. It's the unwavering belief that God is who He says He is, and that He will do what He says He will do. It's the confidence that even when we can't see the path ahead, God is guiding our steps. Now, let's be honest, faith isn't always easy. We all experience moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. We question God's plan, we wonder if He's really listening, and we struggle to trust Him when things get tough. But it's in those moments of doubt that our faith is truly tested and strengthened. Faith isn't the absence of doubt. It's the courage to move forward in spite of doubt. It's about choosing to believe even when we don't understand. So, how do we cultivate unwavering faith? The first step is to spend time in prayer and scripture. Prayer is our direct line of communication with God. It's a time to pour out our hearts, to ask for guidance, and to express our gratitude. And scripture is God's living word, filled with wisdom, encouragement, and promises. When we consistently immerse ourselves in prayer and scripture, we deepen our connection with God and strengthen our faith. A great verse is Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Another powerful technique is to remember God's past faithfulness. Take time to reflect on the times in your life when God has shown up for you, when He's answered your prayers, and when He's provided for your needs. Write down these experiences in a gratitude journal. Share them with others. Remembering God's past faithfulness builds a foundation of trust that will sustain you through future challenges. Remembering is a way of honoring God, and He appreciates it. But faith isn't just about intellectual assent or emotional feelings. It's about stepping out in faith. It's about taking action, even when you're afraid, and trusting that God will guide your steps. This might mean pursuing a new career, starting a business, volunteering your time, or simply reaching out to someone in need. When you step out in faith, you demonstrate your trust in God and open yourself up to His power and blessings. Sometimes we have to take the first step, even if we don't see the staircase. Cultivating unwavering faith is a lifelong journey, but it's a journey that's well worth taking. By spending time in prayer and scripture, remembering God's past faithfulness, and stepping out in faith, you can deepen your trust in God and unlock the power to overcome any obstacle. Now, let's move on to our third and final key. 7. Embracing love and service, the power of selfless action. We've renewed our minds, we've cultivated unwavering faith, and now we come to the third and final key to activating our dangerous power: embracing love and service. As Christians, we are called to love God and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And it's through acts of love and service that we truly connect with our purpose and make a meaningful difference in the world. Love is the essence of what we should be and do, and service is love in action. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. It's a choice to be kind, compassionate, and forgiving, even when it's difficult. And service isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the small, everyday acts of kindness that make a difference in people's lives. When we embrace love and service, we shift our focus from ourselves to others. We discover a deeper sense of purpose, and we tap into a power that transcends our own limitations. These actions are never done in vain. They will always impact you and those around you. So, how do we embrace love and service in a practical way? The first step is to identify your gifts and talents. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What are you passionate about? God has given each of us unique gifts and talents to use for His glory and for the benefit of others. And when we discover those gifts and talents, we unlock our potential to make a significant contribution to the world. It is so much more fun to make a difference with your unique gifts. Once you've identified your gifts and talents, the next step is to find opportunities to serve. This might mean volunteering at a local charity, joining a church ministry, mentoring a young person, or simply offering a helping hand to a neighbor in need. There are countless ways to serve in your community, and the key is to find something that aligns with your passions and your abilities. Even small acts of service can have a profound impact on the lives of others. What small acts can you do every day? But service isn't just about formal volunteer activities. It's also about practicing random acts of kindness in your everyday life. This might mean paying for someone's coffee, leaving a kind note for a stranger, offering a compliment, or simply smiling at someone who looks sad. These small acts of kindness can brighten someone's day and spread a little bit of love in the world. Sometimes the smallest acts make the biggest difference. Embracing love and service is not just a religious obligation. It's a pathway to personal fulfillment and spiritual growth. By identifying your gifts and talents, finding opportunities to serve, and practicing random acts of kindness, you can tap into the power of love and make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. And in doing so, you'll discover a deeper sense of purpose and joy. So start today. Look for ways to show love and kindness to those around you, and watch as your own heart is transformed. Now, let's discuss how to overcome common obstacles on your journey. 8. Overcoming obstacles. Practical tips for daily activation. So, we've explored the 3 keys to activating your dangerous power: renewing your mind, cultivating unwavering faith, and embracing love and service. But let's be honest, putting these principles into practice isn't always easy. Life is full of obstacles, distractions, and challenges that can derail our efforts and leave us feeling discouraged. The world doesn't make it easy to be spiritual, so we will talk practically about how to implement these tools. One of the most common obstacles is lack of time. We're all busy, juggling multiple responsibilities, and it can be hard to find time for spiritual practices. The key is to prioritize. Schedule time for prayer, scripture reading, and acts of service, just as you would schedule any other important appointment. Even if it's just for 15 minutes a day, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Also, learn to incorporate spirituality into your everyday activities. Listen to uplifting podcasts while you're driving, pray while you're doing housework, or offer a kind word to a coworker. Small moments of connection can be as impactful as large chunks of time. Combine practices to maximize time. Another common obstacle is distractions and overwhelm. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to get bombarded with information, notifications, and demands on our attention. To combat this, create a peaceful environment for your spiritual practices. Turn off your phone, close your laptop, and find a quiet place where you can focus without interruption. Also, practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and learn to gently redirect your attention when your mind wanders. Remember, you can only handle one situation at a time. Break overwhelming goals into smaller tasks to make them manageable. Doubt and discouragement are also common obstacles. When you're facing challenges or setbacks, it's easy to lose faith and to question whether your efforts are making a difference. That's why it's so important to seek support and encouragement from others. Connect with a spiritual mentor, join a small group, or simply confide in a trusted friend. Share your struggles, ask for prayer, and allow others to speak truth into your life. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. We're not meant to go through life alone. Finally, many of us struggle with the fear of failure. We're afraid of making mistakes, of not living up to expectations, and of disappointing others. The key is to reframe failure as an opportunity for growth. Every setback is a learning experience. Every mistake is a chance to improve. Don't let the fear of failure paralyze you. Embrace the process, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Remember, growth happens outside of your comfort zone. There is no way to learn if you are never failing. Overcoming obstacles is an inevitable part of the journey, but it's not something we have to do alone. By prioritizing spiritual practices, creating a peaceful environment, seeking support and encouragement, and reframing failure as an opportunity for growth, we can navigate challenges with grace and resilience. So, don't let obstacles hold you back from activating your dangerous power. Embrace them as opportunities to learn, grow, and draw closer to God. Now, let's explore the impact that your activated power can have on others. 9. The ripple effect, how your activated power impacts others. We focused a lot on personal growth and transformation, but it's important to remember that activating your dangerous power isn't just about you. It's about the ripple effect you create in the world around you. When you renew your mind, cultivate unwavering faith, and embrace love and service, you become a beacon of light that inspires and empowers others. The light within you touches the lives of others. Think of it like dropping a pebble into a pond. The pebble itself may be small, but it creates ripples that spread outwards, touching everything in their path. In the same way, your acts of kindness, your words of encouragement, and your expressions of love can have a far-reaching impact that you may never even fully realize. Each day you chose to act, you are choosing what to leave behind. One of the most immediate ways your activated power impacts others is through your family and friends. When you're a source of love, support, and encouragement, you create a positive environment that nurtures their growth and well-being. Your children, your spouse, your parents, and your friends will be inspired by your example to live more fulfilling lives. Your power shines, they grow. Your activated power can also have a significant impact on your community. By volunteering your time, donating to worthy causes, and advocating for positive change, you contribute to a better world for everyone. You can be a catalyst for positive change in your neighborhood, your city, and even your nation. Your choices make a difference. And don't underestimate the impact you can have on strangers. A simple smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can brighten someone's day and make them feel seen and valued. These small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle of influence. You have so much to offer. Activating your dangerous power is not just about personal transformation. It's about creating a positive ripple effect that touches the lives of countless others. By being a source of love, support, and inspiration to your family, your community, and even strangers, you contribute to a better world for everyone. So, embrace your potential, shine your light, and watch as your impact spreads far and wide. Now, let's discuss how to sustain this power over the long term and prevent burnout. 10. Staying the course, maintaining momentum and preventing burnout. So, you've activated your dangerous power, you're experiencing positive changes in your life, and you're making a difference in the world. But the journey doesn't end there. The real challenge is staying the course, maintaining momentum, and preventing burnout. Spiritual growth is a marathon, not a sprint, and it requires consistent effort and a commitment to self-care. The key to long-term success is consistency and discipline. It's about making spiritual practices a regular part of your routine, even when you don't feel like it. Schedule time for prayer, scripture reading, journaling, and acts of service, just as you would schedule any other important appointment. Don't let your emotions dictate your actions. Commit to showing up, even when you're tired, stressed, or discouraged. Consistency will build momentum, and momentum will carry you through the tough times. Make one choice every day to support your journey. It's also crucial to prioritize self-care and prevent burnout. Spiritual growth is not about pushing yourself to the limit. It's about nurturing your mind, body, and spirit. Make time for rest, relaxation, and activities that bring you joy. Get enough sleep, eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, and spend time in nature. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to serve others and to sustain your spiritual growth over the long term. Remember to listen to your body and mind. Host. Accountability and community are also essential for staying the course. Connect with a spiritual mentor, join a small group, or simply confide in a trusted friend. Share your struggles, ask for prayer, and allow others to hold you accountable for your commitments. Having a support system will help you stay motivated, overcome challenges, and celebrate your victories. Choose to be with people who make you feel good and support your journey. Remember to embrace grace and forgiveness, both for yourself and for others. We're all imperfect, and we all make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up when you stumble. Forgive yourself, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. And extend that same grace and forgiveness to others. Holding on to resentment and bitterness will only hinder your spiritual growth. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Staying the course is a lifelong journey, but it's a journey that's well worth taking. By prioritizing consistency and discipline, practicing self-care, seeking accountability and community, and embracing grace and forgiveness, you can maintain momentum, prevent burnout, and continue to grow in your faith and your impact on the world. So, commit to these practices each day and watch as your dangerous power continues to shine brighter and brighter. Finally, let's review what we discussed, and I'll leave you with some closing thoughts. 11. Conclusion. So, we've reached the end of our journey together today. Let's quickly recap the key principles we've explored. We've learned that activating your dangerous power isn't about worldly dominance or control. It's about renewing your mind, breaking free from limiting beliefs and embracing positive self-talk. Cultivating unwavering faith, trusting in God's guidance and stepping out in confidence. Embracing love and service, connecting with purpose and making a meaningful difference in the world. Remember to take it one day at a time. You got this. Truly believe that you, my friend, are a chosen one. You have a unique purpose to fulfill, a unique light to shine, and a unique contribution to make to the world. Don't let fear, doubt, or discouragement hold you back from stepping into your full potential. Embrace your dangerous power, and watch as your life transforms and your impact spreads far and wide. Trust your instincts and know that God is guiding you on this journey. Now, I want to encourage you to take action. First, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What was your biggest takeaway from this video? What's one specific step you're going to take this week to activate your dangerous power? Share your thoughts and insights, and let's create a community of support and encouragement. Remember, we grow together. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Whispering Wisdom. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on our latest content, designed to help you improve your quality of life and deepen your spiritual connection. Click the bell icon to receive notifications, so you'll always know when a new video goes live. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm honored to be a part of your journey. Remember, you are loved, you are valued, and you are capable of amazing things. Now go out there and activate your most dangerous power. God bless you.